Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us again today. Another smooth day Tuesday, as we call it. And you can believe it is almost the end of the month. Now, each weekday morning, we get together and we look forward to getting together with you for the area's only live local talk and entertainment show. It's Virginia This Morning. Amy Lacey and I are thankful that you tune in each and every weekday morning. I'm Bill Bevins. Who the heck's that?
This is Pixie Kate Squeakers. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We get another chance to share some great topics and things of interest to our viewers today. And today's the perfect day for feline lovers because it is National Cat Day, and I brought in my favorite furry friend because, well, our executive producer Tori asked, would you be interested in bringing in your cat? And I said, she is the sweetest, most docile, most photogenic kitty ever. So I thought today would be the great day to do that.
As soon as she said that, she looked right into the camera.
Yes, she did. She's such a great girl. And I cannot say enough about just adopting an animal and just making your life and your home just so much happier because she has been a great addition to our family.
Corey asked me about cats yesterday, and I said, I've had several cats. It's been a couple of years, but we're definitely a cat family as well and enjoy them, cats and dogs. So, Pixie, good to have you here on the show today.
And
what is the full name?
Her full name, according to my daughter, is Pixie Kate Squeakers. And Pixie is her first name, of course.
Yeah.
Kate, they share a middle name.
Oh.
And then Squeakers is because, well, you know.
She's a squeaker.
She squeaks a lot. She's being a little bit quiet right now, but she's a vocal kitty. But, you know, just what a
Back
great,
in the office, she was talking to me as soon as I came in this morning.
She was, but just thanks, Tori, for inviting her.
And that's a private conversation between the two of us. We don't need to get you involved.
Absolutely, definitely. What happens in the coffee break room stays in the coffee break room, especially when it has to do a conversation between Bill Bevins and Kitty. I think she's going to escape, so we better move on.
All right, we're moving on. As always, we have a lot of fun and a lot of information for you to enjoy. It's going to be full of, as Amy likes to say, infotainment.
Yeah.
One of today's features is listening to music that fills our studios. Believe it or not, it's been 7 years since they've been here, and we are delighted to have award-winning musician Susan Greenbaum and her husband Chris Parker back in our live studio, and we are going to enjoy a delightful preview. They have a few songs they're going to play coming up a little bit later on.
And Bill Pike is here. He's been instrumental in collaborating on children's books that have been published by Dementi Milestone Publishing. You have a chance to go out to a book sale and get some early Christmas gifts. He will share all the details coming up in our second half hour.
All right, now it's time for us to check in with CBS 6 meteorologist Tom Patton, who's out in the weather garden. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning. Before I go on to your cat, which I want to talk about, hello to Susan and her husband in there. I met them years and years ago. I haven't seen them in a while, but hello to them.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. All right, and what is it? Pixie
Kate Squeakers.
Nice job. And she is doing a terrific job in there. I can't believe how calm and cool she is. Cats are usually a little skittish and all that.
She's a cool cat.
She's a cool cat, Tom. And I know that, you know, in the weather garden, you have dogs there sometimes. Do you ever have any cats pop in?
You know what? There was a cat who popped in here, oh boy, probably within the last year, and he would hang out, and I took a few pictures at one point, but I haven't seen him in quite some time, but occasionally there is a cat who comes in here, but I haven't seen him in a while. Him or her,
Pixie
I couldn't tell.
can be the resident weather garden cat now. I've called it today.
Yes, well, good. I would love to have Pixie back here. She would enjoy the birds. She would enjoy the squirrels and looking at all the stuff going on back here.
Yes, she would.
There's cool videos that you can show cats on YouTube, by the way. They sit there and they'll watch them, birds and things like that. So I don't know if Pixie Kate enjoys that kind of thing, but it's out there, just so you know.
She's more of a look out the window kind of girl.
Look out the window, the real thing, right.
But,
she wants the real thing.
But next time, maybe we'll give it a shot sometime.
All right, well, good to see you, Pixie Kate, and good to see you guys this morning. It's a beautiful start once again. We've got a lot of sunshine, kind of a chilly start this morning. And again, we had a lot of temperatures in the 30s this morning, some mid-30s. And 40s in general here in the city. But look at that sun, man. It came up. It was beautiful at sunrise this morning. 49 degrees right now at the airport. There's your data. The barometer's nice and high. The winds are calm, and it's going to be a warmer day ultimately today. Now we're mainly in the 40s. A couple 50s showing up for Farmville, Charlottesville, Stanton. Stanton was actually one of the warmer areas this morning back in the valley. And just a couple scattered clouds, but high pressure still with us, and so we're going to start seeing that warmer and warmer flow of air over the next few days. So today we've got some lower 70s. Overnight tonight we'll just drop back into the 50s. And tomorrow, we're going to approach or make an attempt at about 80, 79 to 80 degrees tomorrow. And then on Thursday, which is Halloween, sometimes I say Thanksgiving, but Halloween. Thanksgiving's next month. Low 80s. Look at that, about 81 to maybe even 82 on Halloween. It's going to be a very warm day, and it looks like Friday will be our transition day. Although Friday will still be kind of on the warm side. There'll be a cold front coming through. We're dry until then. This is now Thursday into Friday. A front comes through. I tell you, there could be a shower in the afternoon, but chances are kind of low. We have it maybe 20–30%, but that may be generous at this point. And then we should be dry next weekend and a little bit cooler. But we're warming up here over the next few days. Front on Friday cools us back for the weekend. We fall back an hour this weekend, back to the 70 range next Monday. Virginia This Morning will continue right after this.
Hey everybody, happy Smooth Day Tuesday to you. It is October 29th, and we appreciate the privilege of your time each weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. as you spend a part of your day with us right here on Virginia This Morning. Mr. Bill Bevins and I are so thankful that you invite us into your homes. I'm Amy Lacey.
Thank you. And folks, our show is packed full of great information. We cover a variety of segments from food and fashion, community events, and of course there's music and a lot more.
We had the kitty in here just a little bit ago.
She did great.
She has made it back to my office, and our videographer editor is with her, watching her, keeping an eye on her. We call that Camp Melissa whenever a pet or a child is in here. So we just, kind of operate as a family here at Virginia This Morning.
Definitely doing a great job back there, and I understand an invitation has been sent out to your cat to come back anytime she wants.
She has been very well behaved today.
A little cameo or catio.
I don't know that lightning will strike twice, so I don't know if I will take them up on that offer, but maybe we'll see if you ever need like a kitty model or something.
Okay, a kitty model. There we go. All right, here's a quick recap of what is actually coming up on our show, folks.
Bill Pike has collaborated with Dementi Milestone Publishing over the years. He wants to invite you to a book sale as they reach an end of an era. We will talk with Bill coming up in about 20 minutes or so.
And they are one of our favorite musical duos. They have been performing on our live show for years now. They haven't been in the studio since 2017, pre-COVID, and we are delighted to welcome the award-winning Susan Greenbaum and Chris Parker back to our studio. We'll enjoy a special selection from them during the live show.
And we have so much more coming up, so you do have to stay tuned for that.
This segment is sponsored by Herman W. Allen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Temperatures are dropping, and that will change the way we heat and cool our homes. Today, Wes Govan, managing partner with Herman Allen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, is here to share a few tips in preparation for the fall. Hey, Wes, thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
What are some things we should be doing now to prevent problems later on?
Well, now is definitely a great time to take advantage of any repair opportunities that may have been presented to you over the summer. You can also go ahead and schedule your fall maintenance and make sure everything is working right before you fire the heat up for the first time, which is probably right around the corner.
What do you do to really preserve that life expectancy of an HVAC system?
Preserving life expectancy is relatively easy. Call a professional. We can do it for you. Changing your air filters on a regular basis. Using a provider like ourselves to do a maintenance where we can come in, clean the coils, check all the electrical components, make sure the refrigeration is properly charged. That can all add months if not even years, to your system.
I've heard that there's some major changes coming in 2025 to refrigerants. What is that all about?
There are some big changes coming, probably the biggest one we've seen in years, brought on by Department of Energy, and ultimately there's going to be a new refrigerant that's going into your HVAC system opposed to the one that we currently use. The new one is going to have mildly flammable characteristics, so therefore they've had to re-engineer everything from top to bottom with new electrical components to make sure it doesn't have any spark hazard, and that unfortunately is really going to increase the price over the next couple months.
What is the best way to maybe request an appointment or talk about replacements? Because sometimes that is the best option.
It can be the best option, especially, instead of spending several $1,000s now and then having to put in a refrigerant that's going to be outdated, replacement could be a great option. We come out and do complimentary estimates, and you can call us at 804-746-5853, and you can call us 24 hours a day.
I know that your company is often around town, not just doing these types of maintenance appointments or these consultations, but you do so much for the community. Where can we see you coming up next?
We do try to be involved with the community because we wouldn't be here without them. Coming up next, we'll be at the State Fair. First time we've done that, we're going to be there for 10 full days, and we're going to be educating the public, booking appointments and estimates if anybody wants it, but really just answering questions and talking to our customers and hopefully some new ones as well.
Why is it so important to go to some place like the fair to have that one-on-one interaction with folks?
Well, we started out, and we still are a small family-owned business, so our business has been built on relationships, and if we can actually meet somebody and shake their hand, it goes a long way. Unfortunately, I'm in the office a lot, so I don't get to meet a lot of our customers and be customer-facing every day, so it's a good opportunity for myself, some of our office staff, our managers, our sales team. We all go out there and participate.
What are some of those big questions that you get in a situation like that, or that you get on a day-to-day basis at the office?
Everybody always wants to know how much it's going to cost. And unfortunately, it's not a cut and dry or cookie cutter answer, because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's location of the equipment, the size of the house, what they're trying to do, how comfortable they want to be. Those are all individual questions.
Well, it's great to know that you are this familiar face, this friendly face that can answer those questions and be an expert in the community. Thank you for coming in and sharing that information with us today. Going to the fair coming up and sharing it there, and then everything else that you do in the community.
Well, thank you for having us. It's a pleasure.
We really appreciate it. Herman Allen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling services the Central Virginia area. For more information, give them a call at 804-746-5853, or you can visit the website. That is hermanallenplumbing.com. Stay with us. Virginia This Morning returns after a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to our live Tuesday morning show. Over the years, Susan Greenbaum has appeared on our live show with her musical partner and husband, Chris Parker. And it's been 7 years since they were last here, and we are so lucky to have them back. They're going to perform some songs for us today, but first we want to catch up with the award-winning Susan Greenbaum. Good to see you,
How are
girlfriend.
you this morning?
I'm good. I'm good. It's always good to see you. We've been friends for so long and known each other for so long. And it's funny. It's like, oh, interview Susan. I'm like, what do you mean interview Susan? I love Susan.
We'll just hang out and
we're
chat.
pals.
That's right.
So you write, your lyrics and your music is so intense sometimes. And then again, then you can write just kind of these kind of whimsical songs. Does that, I mean, do you have to get into a mood, into a groove to write a certain, how's that work?
It generally just hits me. Like a song will just hit me. Lyrics will come to me, and I may not be in a mood. I might, but I
Might be in a mood, Chris.
whatever mood that is, a happy mood or a sad mood. But I tend to try to scribble them down on envelopes all over the house, and then I try to stitch it together. Sometimes it all comes out all at once. The song comes out fully formed.
Because, I think I've pretty much heard every song you've ever recorded and done and followed you through the years. And they are. I mean, they run the gamut from kind of fun, whimsical things to really deep stuff that I have to listen to 3 or 4 times and I go, where's she going with that? What's that mean? Where's she? And it really is. an interesting thing. And then you have your heroes, and you've become known for doing the tapestry
Yes,
show, which is huge. I see other people are doing that now. You've been doing it for years.
We've been doing it for about, what year is this? I can't remember what year it is. I think we've been doing it for about 20 years.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe, but we've been doing it a long time.
So is it still fun? Do you still write as much?
Oh, you know, I've started writing more recently, which I'm really happy about. I've been scribbling some things down. So
it's the words first, then the music.
Not always. Sometimes a melody will come to me, or just I'll be fiddling on the guitar, I'll be practicing something else, and something will just come to me. But I never know what's going to happen, which is kind of what the first song is about.
Yeah. Chris teaches music.
Yes.
So he taught you a little bit?
Well, he keeps my rhythm in check, for sure, because he's a
definitely.
Marvelous drum teacher.
You know, you were talking about this next song, and is there a story? Is this a new song that you're going to play for us?
This is not, but the one after it
Okay.
is.
So you have a new one coming up
Yes.
that we're going to hear. Is it first world debut here?
I think it's definitely the first time it's been on TV.
Yeah, okay, good.
We've performed it a few times, but it's a relatively new song.
Okay. So we're going to go back and grab one that I know?
You'll probably know this one,
Okay.
yeah. And since it's Halloween week, I thought I'd go with something that's called Scared to Sit Down.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Parker and Susan Greenbaum. Got it.
When I'm scared to sit down and put paper to pen, I'm worried I won't ever sit down again. I never know how and I never know when, and I'm scared to sit down, 'cause I'm scared, so scared to sit down. Standing, sitting, never quitting, scared to sit down, scared to sit down. Bigger, fatter, plastic platter, scared to sit down. When I'm scared to get up and go look in the mirror, worried it's cloudy and worried it's clear. Oh, everything seems to be wrong around here, and I'm scared to get up, and I'm scared, so scared to sit down. East or middle, 15th fiddle, scared to sit down, scared to sit down. Wasteful worry, always sorry, scared to sit down. Where at the calendar, stare at the clock, sit on a comfortable carpet and a rock, count every chicken and curse every tack. What a shock! Then I'm standing here scared, so scared to sit down. Sitting, standing, second-handed, scared to sit down, scared to sit down. Planning, betting, hoping, fretting, scared to sit down, so scared to sit down. Missing, hitting, never fitting, scared to sit down, so scared to sit down. Standing, sitting, all unwritten. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? When I'm scared to sit down and put paper to pen, I'm worried I won't ever sit down again. Now it seems to me things were much better back then. I'm scared, I can tell you I'm scared, so scared to sit down.
Friend Susan Greenbaum, along with physical partner and husband Chris Parker. Folks, you have a chance to see Susan and Chris live in concert next Saturday, November 9th. They'll be at the Shady Grove Coffee House, which is at 1110 Cawthorn Road in Glen Allen. Music starts at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are only $15 in advance, $20 at the door. For more information, visit our show website at virginiathismorning.com. And stay tuned. We'll enjoy another selection from our very special guest a little bit later in the show. It's going to be another great event, November the 9th. If we want to let everybody know about it, we're going to be there on a Saturday night. Yeah. All right, Amy, over to you.
Yeah, Bill, you're talking about that. We are proud community partners with Puritan Cleaners and the Richmond Flying Squirrels. You can come join us November 9th at the Diamond for the ballpark warming party celebrating coats for kids. There will be live music and fun for everyone. We'll be collecting your donations of gently used coats that will be cleaned, repaired if necessary, and distributed this season to children and families who need them. Again, mark your calendar. This is the ballpark warming party Saturday, November 9th. It's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the parking lot at the Diamond. Before we head to break, here's our latest segment with the area's arch support specialists.
This segment is sponsored by the Good Feet Store.
The holidays are right around the corner, and lots of times that means you can be on your feet a little longer than normal. You always want to have a comfortable support because there's nothing like having foot pain. Our friends at the Good Feet Store have a great solution for some help. Senior Communications Manager of the store, Grace Voden-Sneed, is here with Good Feet customer Santa James. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so you know, the holiday season, we go into it, we're busy, trying to get everything done. You're running around, like we said, on your feet a lot more. It's supposed to be happy times, supposed to be a lot of joy. But if it hurts just to move around, that's going to kind of be a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, foot pain really does steal the joy out of the things that you love to do. And if you're struggling from not only foot pain, but ankle, knee, lower back pain, you really need to start paying attention to your feet, because once you do, you take care of those 4 arches of your feet. That means like really take care of the connect chain. So we want you to be able to enjoy the Christmas holiday, the New Year's comfortably.
Yeah. All right, so what are the steps? See what I did there? Steps to making sure all of that happens.
Well, the first step is coming into the Good Feet store and just giving the arch supports a try, because we do free fittings and test walks. And so you go to goodfeet.com to book your appointment, but you can really benefit and really feel the benefits of the arch supports. We actually had a very special guest come into our store to get his Good Feet arch supports. Here's what he had to say.
It is the best investment I have ever bought for myself, because getting in and out of a sleigh is, it's difficult. But once I put on those arch supports here at the Good Feet store, my life changed. I would not go back for nothing. I do. I stop by about every spring after my 3-month vacation with Mrs. Claus, and I check in with the Good Feet people here, and they say, well, let's check out the arch support. I'm a heavy fella eating all them cookies, and so they check it, and then they get my new ones, and then we settle up, and there I go, off on Chet down the road.
You mentioned before we saw Santa James there, you can benefit. Who can benefit? I mean, is this everybody from children to seniors, or in between? What?
Yeah. Anybody who has 2 feet, come into the Good Feet store. If you're suffering from any type of lower body pain, that could be foot, ankle, knee, hip, lower back, please come into the Good Feet store, because you could be somebody who is like Santa James, who's the busiest season is right now, or somebody who's just enjoying their retirement years, or somebody who just wants to go to the gym or just excel on that soccer field. Wherever you are in your lifestyle, come on into the Good Feet store and just give us a try.
You know, I've actually been to the store and went through the whole experience just so I could know exactly what was going on. And I will tell folks, give yourself some time and explain the process, because it does take time, because our friends at the Good Feet store have to figure out, A, what the problem is, B, how to fix it. So run us through that.
Yeah, so we really want to get to know who you are. So give yourself about 30 to 45 minutes when you come into the store, because you really get to know more about your feet, because it's a very educational process that you'll go through. You get to try on the arch supports. We have a 3-step system of arch supports, those 3 different styles to fit into your lifestyle. So we get to share a little bit about that. You get to walk in each one to feel the benefits for yourself. And if you love them so much, you actually get to leave same day with them.
Wow.
So this is a great way to learn more about your feet and see how Good Feet arch supports can get you to that pain-free life.
And they fit in any shoe, from Santa's boot down to a pair of slippers, basically.
Exactly.
Okay, so obviously this is a big difference. It's going to make a big difference in a lot of people's life and make them feel better for the holidays and all year long. Where are the stores located?
Yeah, we have 2 convenient locations. We're in Richmond and we're in Midlothian, and we're in Short Pump in Midlothian. So if you know somebody this holiday season who is suffering from lower body pain, this is also a great gift to give them as well, so they can enjoy it for a lifetime.
Thank you, Grace. You're going to make a lot of difference in a lot of people's lives, and we appreciate you giving us the information today.
Well, thank you.
All right, folks, if you want some more information, the Good Feet store has 2 locations. We just talked about it. One in Short Pump, the other in Midlothian. For more information, please give their team a call. 804-494-8805 or visit them online at goodfeet.com. They are also on social media as well. Please stick with us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, folks. As we know, having access to books can open up a child's imagination. Our next guest wants to tell you about a children's book sale.
Joining us this morning are Bill Pike from Trinity United Methodist Church, along with artist Nell Chesley. Good morning and welcome to Virginia this morning. So great to have you both.
Thanks for having us.
So this is sort of the end of an era that this book sale is representing. What exactly is happening?
Well, our publisher, Wayne Dementi, who we've worked with on all 3 of our books, has decided to retire. And when COVID hit, Nell and I kind of stopped selling books out in the public, so to speak. And so my wife, her husband are tired of seeing these boxes of books piled up in different places. So we're going to make a run at trying to reduce our inventory, but also help kids and families out by making these books available at a significant discount. So that's what we're trying to do.
Kind of a clearance sale.
A kind of a fire sale, clearance sale, absolutely.
Yeah, getting them out of the house.
Yep.
Now, when you write a children's book, obviously any writer who goes through that process, obviously there's a lot of thought, a lot of heart goes into it. But a children's book, it's even more heart, I would think, trying to get down to that level and get the point across.
Well, I did the illustrations, and he totally had the story ready. And I just took it piece by piece, and as I had an idea, I maybe didn't do it in chronological order. If I had a thought, I put it down, and then I pieced it all together. And I used my family as subjects, so I could draw them, and I did it. Each is a little painting. Each illustration is a little painting. It's put on a watercolor paper that's 9.5 inches. It has a 1/4-inch border on the so it's a 9-inch illustration, and I've just got stacks for each book.
But they're your family, maybe children, grandchildren, things like that.
Yes.
And so they get to see themselves.
In fact, that's my granddaughter on the front of the pumpkin, but she has dark hair. But I had done this illustration in the back of the book and had her as blonde, so she has blonde hair.
So she gets to see that.
Yes, yes.
So I'm back to my original question, Bill, getting to that point to relating to children and grandchildren and things like that, is that easy for you, or is that a little bit of a challenge?
You know, I just kind of sit down and go. You get an idea and you start and you just keep going and you keep pushing and you keep going and you keep pushing, and finally you get it to a point to where you can hand it off to Nell and say, take a look at this and see what you can come up with. And she's the best. She brings a book to life because of the illustrations. And I'm not saying that the story's not important, it's there, but it's really the illustrations that bring a story to life. And she's got a real skill for being able to do that. And it's been fun. We've enjoyed working with, I've loved working with Nell, I've loved working with Wayne, and then there's a graphic designer buried in all that we've worked with, Jane Hushin, who's really puts an extra little spice to a book in terms of the graphic design. So.
I recently had the honor of speaking at the convention of James River Writers, and there is just such a fabulous literary community here in Richmond. And I was just so inspired by everyone and what they are contributing to our community here. Tell us about these books in particular. What are the stories, and if folks out there are interested in them, maybe tell us a little bit about them.
Well, our first book's called The Last Pumpkin, and it's about an unusual shaped pumpkin, a little girl and a teacher and a farmer. And it's about how sometimes we are overlooked. And this little pumpkin sits on the lot day after day after day, and finally a family comes and purchases it. Murray and the Mud Mumblers is based on an experience I had. I had the privilege of going out as a Project Teach representative for a tour with Chicago and the Beach Boys a long, long time ago. And so that book was birthed out of being on the road for a few days with those two bands, and you learn from that experience.
I wouldn't have thought a children's book would have come out of that, but okay. I bet there's some other stories that we could tell, but that's a different show. Okay.
And so, we created characters that are animals from the Southeast that are the band members.
Nice.
They're Murray and the Mud Mumblers. And then the last book, The Principal's Peak Tutu Run, is based on a real-life experience I had when I was principal at Lakeside Elementary School. In fact, we did a feature here a few years ago about that. But those books are birthed out of experiences that I had, growing up. Last Pumpkin is really family-oriented, and of course the Chicago Beach Boys thing, and then at Lakeside. And people would come up to Nell and I when we're doing shows, signing books, and they say, well, I'd like to write a book. And I say to people, you can do it. Yeah. There's a book inside every person. You just have to kind of will yourself to it, and you can make it happen. But it's been a great joy. I wouldn't trade anything for
Me too.
these collaborations.
Well, it's an honor to have both of you here, and the fact that you're going to make these books available at, as you said, kind of a fire sale price is important too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be great for everybody.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of that sale, you have a chance to attend it. It is the final sale of books for children happening Sunday, November 10th from 1 to 5 p.m. at the Wagon Brewery on Patterson Avenue in the Canterbury Shopping Center in Henrico County. For more information, visit virginiathismorning.com.
And we highly recommend that you do that. Our live show returns in just a few minutes.
Thanks for hanging with us through the break. Award-winning musical artists Susan Greenbaum and Chris Barker, they are here with us this morning, filling our studio with their signature sound. We will enjoy another song from this dynamic duo in less than 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere for that. Mr. B, I'll send it over to you.
Thank you very much, folks. If you can't watch our live show live and want to stay up to date with all the different segments that we do, you can visit virginiathismorning.com anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There are other ways, other options, such as viewing on one of these apps, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Android TV channels. If you need the app, just visit the App Store on your device and search WTVR Richmond. It is absolutely free.
This segment is sponsored by United Healthcare.
Millions of Americans are gearing up to evaluate their health plan options this fall during the annual open enrollment season. Over half of millennials, now the largest group in the workforce, admit they don't understand their benefit selections. And among Medicare beneficiaries, approximately 70% say they had not compared coverage options during open enrollment. Here today to offer tips on how to pick a health plan is Dr. Joydip Roy, Chief Medical Officer of United Healthcare Mid-Atlantic. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me here today.
Dr. Roy, it sounds like most Americans have a hard time understanding healthcare terms and benefits. What can you tell us about how they can navigate that process?
Yeah, this is often a difficult situation. There's a lot of terms that are overwhelming to a lot of people, and the healthcare language can be daunting. There are definitely resources to help. You can start by visiting a website called Just Plain Clear. It really is a great website where you can find a glossary of terms to make informed decisions. What's the difference between a deductible and copay or co-insurance? So it really helps with those basics. For those who are Medicare members or are a caregiver to a Medicare beneficiary, there's MedicareMadeClear.com. It can help people understand the basics as well as the more complex nature of Medicare as well.
So I have to ask, we hear this term all the time, but what exactly is open enrollment?
Yeah, so open enrollment occurs usually every year, and it's a time period where millions of Americans across the country have an opportunity to select or change their health insurance plan for the upcoming year. You know, everybody's unique, right? Everybody has unique needs. Every family is unique. So what's right for your colleague may not be right for you. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. So you have to make those decisions based upon looking at what's being offered and what fits for you and your family.
When can people purchase health insurance?
Yeah, so open enrollment periods are not the same for everyone, but there are some key dates to remember. So for over 150 million people with employer-provided coverage, people can choose their insurance for 2025 during a 2 to 3 week period of time between the months of September and December typically. For those with Medicare, the Medicare annual enrollment runs from October 15th to December 7th. Anything you select or elect for during the fall time goes into effect on January 1st typically.
What are some tips that can help people pick the right plan or even save some money on their health care?
Absolutely. Number one is plan ahead, right? I mean, it's not just simply about what your monthly premium cost is, but you also want to be aware of what your out-of-pocket costs might be. So look at what you spent in health care in the prior year, you know, the doctors you visited, the co-pays, deductibles, co-insurance you might have paid, and add those up and see which plan might be better for you. Make sure your doctors that you're seeing are in network. Medications that you're taking are also covered as well. Second point could be making sure you have mental health coverage. All the plans offer mental health coverage, but some have more virtual care options than others. And and that has created a lot of flexibility and benefit for people, especially since COVID pandemic, to gain the support and guidance they need. Number three, don't forget about the specialty benefits like dental, vision, and hearing insurance. For many Medicare beneficiaries, that's not covered in traditional Medicare, and a lot of Medicare Advantage plans do cover that. For those who are on commercial insurance plans, those are usually additional coverage options that you have to select. So think about what your needs are for your family as well as for yourself. And then finally, look into wellness programs. You know, reward programs for taking healthier actions like completing health surveys, exercising, avoiding nicotine products is important. Along with, you know, there are a lot of offerings in the Medicare Advantage plans that offer like gym membership at no additional cost as well.
Dr. Roy, this is also helpful. Where can people go for more information?
So there's a great website, uhcopenenrollment.com. It has a lot of additional information, not just about UHC, but about what the open enrollment process is like, how to break down and understand health insurance as well. So it has a lot of valuable information there at that website.
Dr. Roy, thank you so much for being with us. For more information, visit uhcopenenrollment.com for tips, resources, and information on plans in your area. And stay with us. We'll be right back. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday morning. Earlier, we enjoyed the musical stylings of Susan Greenbaum and her musical partner and husband, Chris Parker. Just in case you missed it, you can check out our website, virginiathismorning.com. Right after the show, we will have that on there for you. Right now, we're going to check another one of their original compositions. Here they are with Another Day. Take it away.
Let's try that again. Today I watched the sky grow bright, saw darkness turning into light. I'm finally doing something right after getting so much wrong. Today I opened up my eyes, older and anything but wise, telling the truth about my lies. How did I last this long? I'm not looking at tomorrow, I'm not planning for tomorrow, I'm not dreaming of tomorrow, I'm just working on finding my way. I'm just hoping for another today. just hoping for another today. Today. For my family and friends, how can I ever make amends? For the cop who found me dead and saved my life with what she said. For the ones who weren't as lucky as I am, I finally get a damn today. Oh, 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 today the way is almost clear. Day by day, fight back the fear and figure out why I'm still here after everything I've done. Today I watched the sky go bright, saw darkness turning into light. I'm finally doing something right. I'm not looking at tomorrow, I'm not planning for tomorrow, I'm not dreaming of tomorrow, I'm just working on finding my way. I'm just hoping for another today. Today, oh, today, oh, today.
All right, there it is, folks. Another great song from our award-winning friend Susan Greenbaum and her musical partner and husband Chris Parker. We were talking earlier about whimsical songs. Then you had this very serious song about, I'm not dreaming about tomorrow. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. Just getting through another today.
Right.
Very, very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love her so much.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, good. That's good. All right, folks, you have a chance to see Susan Greenbaum and Chris Parker live in concert next Saturday, November 9th, Shady Grove Coffee House at 11105 Cawthorn Road in Glen Allen, Virginia. The show starts at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $15 in advance, only $20 at the door. Stay tuned. We'll wrap up our show and our final thoughts after a quick break. Welcome back. It's time for the end of our show for today. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
We want to say a big thank you to all of our guests today. We are going to leave you today with another performance from award-winning performers Susan Greenbaum and Chris Parker. Enjoy this song. Enjoy your day. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other. And we will see you tomorrow at 8:56 a.m.
Have a great day.
Do 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 do